Hello again, everyone. It's early morning of July 28th, 2023. Looking at the New York Susquehanna and Western Utica Yard, specifically the Utica Workhorse number 3040, which is spooling up right now, getting ready for a day of work. Hope to catch them on Schuyler Street. Just a quick word about Schuyler Street and the tracks and how they happen to be where they are. In the late 1860s, there were two railroads in Utica. There was the New York Central, which was an east-west route, and the Utica, Clinton, and Binghamton coming up from the south. Well, Utica merchants and industrialists really wanted an easy market to get Pennsylvania coal up here. And even though there was the Chenango Canal, they wanted the railroad to be able to bring it up. So the Utica, Chenango, and Susquehanna Valley Railroad came up from Binghamton. When they got to Utica, they had to figure out how to get down to the junction with the New York Central and also the Erie Canal and the Chenango Canal, which weren't too far from here. And they really didn't have a lot of options. The Utica, Clinton, Binghamton came in on the west side of the Chenango Canal, and the main street of Utica, even back then, was Genesee Street. It had a street railway which was pulled by horses back then. So they didn't have much of a chance to come in at any other location other than going down 0.6 of a mile on Schuyler Street. So the city really wanted them in, and they had, of course, an easement to have Schuyler Street, to operate it, to maintain it. So the city pulled what the residents considered a fast one. They told the railroad, well, we've got an easement for Schuyler Street. Why don't you put your tracks right in the middle of our easement? An easement within an easement. Well, the residents of Schuyler Street didn't take it laying down. They weren't happy. They sued the railroad, said, wait a second, we don't want train tracks down the middle of our street. But a court in Syracuse said, no problem. And the tracks have been there ever since the late 1860s. That's how it came to be, and the trains have been rolling up and down Schuyler Street ever since that time. And the crew just hopped aboard 3040. They'll do a little yard work, hook up to their train. As you can see, they're underway right now, or just getting underway. So we'll catch them in a few minutes, heading down Schuyler Street, a feature of Utica railroading for 156 years and counting. They're passing the spur to FX Mad Brewery right now. they won't be making any deliveries this morning. An engineer just blew the horn for NYS Street, which marks the end of Schuyler Street's 6/10 of a mile street running. We're looking at New York, Ontario, and Western milepost 272, 272 miles to Weehawken, New Jersey. The crew is now off the Utica, Binghamton, Susquehanna, Maine, and is on a remnant of the former O&W's Utica Division. They'll be crossing Lamont Place shortly. They've just switched out an Oneida warehouse in nearby New Hartford. Ethan is going to flag the crossing. They continue to head down former O&W track. They're coming upon what once was a diamond between the O&W and the West Shore. The diamond no longer exists as the tracks were reconfigured in the early 70s. So the O&W joined with a remnant of the West Shore, both former lines making up part of what is today the Susquehanna's Utica industrial tracks. So from Utica, New York, along the New York, Susquehanna, and Western, this is a railroading rambler. Out for now. VTOL, by the way, is resting in comfort in an air-conditioned office. And just as an FYI, they did move the boxcars around by going into a siding and doing a runaround. And it appears right now that they are waiting for a car to move out of the way, which is out of our view. It looks like it was a pickup truck over there that had to move. It's going to be about 90 degrees today. Not as warm as other locations today, but a little uncomfortable. Not too bad. So once again, my second and final sign off for this video. Thanks for watching. And let us know where you're watching from, please. I'd also like to give a shout out to Gary from North Carolina, who was up visiting relatives here and stopped by to say hello. So thanks again for stopping by, Gary.